Hello, it's Sue Stevenson here. Today I want to talk to you about how you can change the strategy that's going on in your household right now. So your child's super anxious and you don't know how to help them, and you desperately wish you could ease their pain, and you'd like nothing more than to wave a magic wand and just make this problem go away for your child and your whole family, because you're all suffering from the effects of your child's anxiety right now. And you've tried the soft approach and the hard approach and everything in between. But absolutely nothing is working. Nothing is changing. And I'm sure you've heard that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. So here's 3 things you can do to change what's going on in your household. Firstly, let go of magical thinking. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, magical thinking is hoping and wishing that things will just change. Now, this is a fear mind trap that we can quickly slip into when things aren't going well or when we feel really stuck. You see, when your child's very young, they can afford to be a magical thinker because they have no big problems or responsibilities. And it's important for us to go through the magical thinking stage in childhood, so that we get to learn how to think creatively and solve problems as we take on increased responsibilities when we get older. It's also helpful for us to imagine and plan for our future. But if you really want to change things in your household, you as the adult must let go of magical thinking, simply hoping and wishing that things are going to get better. Secondly, accept what you can and can't control. You see, you can't control the way your child thinks, feels, and behaves unless you're coming from a place of fear and control and dictatorship. And parenting from a place of fear and control is the old traditional paradigm of parenting, which increases further fear and anxiety, and quite honestly, it needs to be eradicated. So rather than be a controlling parent, if you genuinely want to parent your child with total love and compassion, all you can control is how you respond to your child. Remember that your child notices everything that you do. So I encourage you to be the example you need to be for your child by responding as calmly as possible, so tension and emotions don't escalate. Your child can learn a lot about how to handle their own anxiety and stress by observing how you respond in stressful situations. And then thirdly, start working on yourself first. Even though you have a very stressed and anxious child who's really pushing your buttons, and I realize this is a very real problem for you right now, this problem is not just about your child. You see, you simply can't effectively help your child unless you know how to resourcefully handle stress and anxiety yourself. You can't teach your child any new skill or strategy unless you can do it for yourself, which is why I predominantly work with parents. You see, I believe the most influential person in your child's life is you. And because of that, if you want to see change in your household, you need to lead that change. This isn't just about your child. This is about you too. And I often talk to people about, I ask them to point their finger, because they're often talking about the problem out there. But reality of it is, there are 3 fingers pointing here. So to sum up, if you want to really start changing things in your household, you need to firstly let go of magical thinking and stop simply wishing and hoping that things are magically going to change. And then secondly, accept what you can and can't control by controlling how you respond to your child rather than trying to control the way they think, feel, and behave. And thirdly, start working on yourself first, because your child needs you to lead the change. And don't forget this. Thank you for watching. I trust this video has been helpful.